Hello, I'm Jem. Welcome back to my visual diary of renovating our house. It's been so long since I've done a video, partly because I didn't have a mobile phone, a smartphone last year, and my tablet had a rubbish camera, so I couldn't do videos. And then when I did get a phone again, I was a bit embarrassed about how messy the house is, so I wasn't doing videos. But we've been here for just over 2 years. I thought it'd be good to do a full house tour, and I'm not going to worry about it being messy. It is what it is. We're now using every room in the house, which is great, but it means I've not got a dump room for like when I'm doing other rooms. I can't like dump everything in the dump room. So yeah, some rooms I'll just show you quickly because they've not really changed and they're just the same but messy. Right, okay. Let's work out if I can turn you around. Technology. Oh, I can't turn it around. Shit. I'm gonna start with the front door. Exactly the same, but messier. There are some changes in here. Oh, here's a change as well. We have Mittens. Hey, Moo. So he's just a year old and he's massive. Anyway, so dining room, I've done some stuff in, but it is currently a bit of a dump because we've been doing the living room around there and had patio doors put in, and I've just not sorted out in here yet. So I've built in this toy storage, just IKEA toy storage, and I've put ply around it, put in a shelf. I'm going to put a rail up here to put pictures on, Littland's artwork. And then this is the Zen Den, which I've built into the alcove. I'm going to paint all of this plywood green. So the Zen Den is an old sofa foam, kind of repurposed for the bottom. There's some storage underneath at the back. I've wallpapered it all. I wanted it to be like an indoor forest. I'm making a mossy blanket it will be like a weighted blanket because it's covered in pom-poms basically, but looks kind of mossy. So yeah, little sensory den. I'm going to put up some little shelves in this recess here, which is currently full of Happy New Year balloons. And then I will have a battery pack for the fairy lights, so we won't have wires. And this is the cloudscape. That's my favourite bit. So there's colour changing fairy lights within the clouds, which I made from paper lanterns covered in toy stuffing. And I'm going to put up more pom-poms, more disco balls. I've got some kind of sheer-ish fabric that I'm going to put around some of the bulbs as well, so that you can still get the light, but you can see less of the tapestry canvas that it's all slotted through. It's about 1 metre square, so it's not huge, but it's perfect size for little, and actually like I can fit in with my feet hanging out with them, so we can read books together. Then we've got some books here. I'm going to make this dollhouse. I'm going to like recreate a little Zen Den in the doll's house and paint it and decorate it and make it a bit like our house. What else have I done in here? We've got a new table, a table that kind of fits the space a lot better than the old table. It's made out of reclaimed scaffold boards and then hairpin legs. I was planning to make it myself, but there's so many things to do. Like I'm just handing over power on some things, and it was so nice it just arriving and me not having to make it and wax it and all of that goodness. This random coffee table is actually an outside coffee table, but I've not made a patio to put the patio furniture on yet. And these curtains I got on Vinted for 30 quid. They're huge and they're going in the living room, which is now green. I've carried on the green into here. So in here is going to be all green as well, apart from the ceiling and this kind of in-betweeny bit, which I'm going to paint this colour, which is, what's that called? Red Earth, Farrenball Red Earth. And the green is Cork Green. And the beautiful artwork is Alan McPherson. That's one of his from the 80s. And then that's a more recent one of his. The living room, the patio doors. So we had the radiator removed and this vertical radiator put in, which is like kind of more antique style one. I'd like all posh radiators eventually, but money. This room feels so much nicer now that we have the patio doors. I love it. Done the ceiling green and everything. It feels really cozy, apart from the fact that I've not got the curtains up yet. That makes it feel less cozy. But yeah, love this green. Maybe going to put some art up here. What are you meowing for, Mick? Hello. So, patio doors obviously now need to make a patio. Let me try and get somewhere where I can actually see into the garden a bit better. I would open the doors, but we have a very nosy neighbour. So down at the bottom of the garden, through that arch bit, which I made from elder that I chopped back, the little wildlife pond is down at the end there, and I'm growing raspberries on these bits. And then that's the old pond in the middle of the garden there, or was the old pond, the swamp bust, where I've put this kind of ring of stones that echoes the shape of the posts. That's the word I'm looking for, the posts that I've put around the pond, sort of fenced area. So you've got the curve here, and that is just telling me where the patio is going to go. So I'm dumping hardcore on this side and mostly cardboard and alpaca poo on the other side, because that eventually I want to level off, and that will become part of the clover lawn, which is doing nicely. You can see all this fresh growth here. So clover lawn, and then this area is going to be a patio, which I'm going to make from reclaimed bricks. Currently have a cardboard patio with a single chair on, which does the job. I've got some woven, what do they call them, hurdles, like stick branch hurdle things, which I'm going to put up against this fence, which my neighbour had done last year. But that's, yeah, basically it's too low, so that's going to add a bit of height, and also I can grow things up that and have a bit of an edge, so I can plant along the edge. And then on the other side of the garden, which I will tackle maybe next year or within the next 10 years, is really overgrown, but I'm just kind of leaving that to do its thing for now. And eventually I want to have another seating area down at the bottom, but like maybe a hammock or a hanging cocoon thing, and a food forest over here. So I'm going to plant maybe an apple tree or two, yeah, and make a food forest. I've got this new cabinet, which I've not sorted out yet, but that's my knitting cabinet. So the cupboards are full of my kind of work in progress knits and stuff, projects, and then got space for books, spare yarn at the top, and I've gotten through quite a lot of my stash over the last few years. So yeah, hopefully everything will fit in there, or most things will fit in there. So yeah, living room, very almost done. Pretty chuffed with that. Dining room, getting there, a bit messy. Under the stairs, same, but messy. Messier. Downstairs loo, yeah, same, but messier. I've got some tiles propped up down there because I've admitted defeat on getting round to getting the downstairs loo done. And I'm going to get Jack, who did our bathroom, to come and do in here and box off the pipes. We're going to get a new sink in, and we're going to get tiles done, and that might then motivate me to paint and actually make it nice. Oh, I'm just going to hang a new door for us because I've got some free doors on Olio. Kitchen, same, but a lot messier. Bit of a dumping area down here. Eventually we were planning to knock down this wall and have like kitchen diner across the back, but we're quite happy with the layout of the house as it is. So we're just gonna take out that wall. There's an outhouse on the other side, so it'll give us a bit more space, about 1 metre extra. We'll be able to have a big window across the back, so it's straight out into the garden. We'll keep the side door so that we can get out to the garden this way as well, and cat flap. And that should give us enough space to have like a breakfast bar so that we can eat in here as well. I'm going to show you Littleland's room last because that's kind of done. Got this rug on from a charity shop for like a tenner, and I've put it through the wash a couple of times and it's pretty all right. Bathroom, same but messier. I'm currently trying to work out if we've got enough of these tiles and these tiles to do the downstairs loo. I don't think we have. So yeah, trying to work out how best to do that. Tool cupboard. Mittens is following me around. Same but messier. Closed door. The bedroom, same but messier. Oh, I have put up a light so that we have a light when people stay over, and put up that shelf, which is handy for some of my craft bits. We have to keep all of the plants shut away. That's why I'm shutting all the doors as I go, because Mittens just eats plants, don't you, Mittens? You love it. Bedroom, same but messy, and we've very much got a dumping ground in the corner over here and spare doors. Really looking forward to making that into wardrobes so I can actually see what I've got. Okay, Littleland's room. So I have put one of the free Olio doors on here. You might not know what Olio is actually. Olio is like a new free cycle. Some people sell stuff on there, but you can get food for free or non-food items, just things people are dumping, or you can obviously put stuff on there yourself if you're getting rid of stuff but don't want to just chuck it in landfill. And Littleland's room. I hung this door myself, which I was quite proud of. I do want to paint it. I think I'll paint it the same colour as the chest of drawers. So Littleland wanted a brown bedroom. We'd chosen a kind of baked bean brown colour, but I changed my mind, and I found this colour, which is smoked salmon, Farrow and Ball, and it almost looks pink in some lights. It's quite difficult to get the colour on camera, but it's a really warm well, it's dead salmon, basically. It's slightly pinky brown colour. I've zhuzhed up an old IKEA unit, added some drawers to it and put some new knobs on. They didn't have enough of these drawers available, so I got white, but I think it's fine. I put legs on it as well. It's not my favourite unit, but it does the job. A little rail for clothes and a low mirror so they can like reach the clothes and see in the mirror. Little bookcase, little library area, memory boxes, got a chair futon. Oh, Mittens is going under there, next to the bed, which is handy for reading stories or if we need to stay in here. Love these hooks, they were on sale at Dunelm, so I got 3 and they just fit perfectly in that little alcove. Handy for hanging stuff. Still got some Halloween decorations up there, little ghost tassels. This is my bed frame from when I was little. And just got a new mattress for it, and that's my dad's chest of drawers from when he was little, which I repainted. That's Farrow & Ball in Kyra Blue. Grid wall for all his certificates, photos, bits and bobs. The floor is Elephant's Breath. Farrow & Ball again. We got Hillary's blinds to come and do a blackout blind because I got some blackout curtains on Vinted, but they don't actually fully work like it needs. I mean, they work, but basically you need both in the summer because sleep is difficult to come by. I moved one of the totter and tumble mats into here, so nice squishy mat and lots of space on the floor for playing. And most importantly, they love it. They love being in their room, so that's all good. I want to put up like a bit more art and bits and bobs, but it's just a nice cozy room. I also did think, after I'd done it, I was like, I don't know if I like the layout. I'd maybe do the layout slightly differently if I did it again, but now that they've settled into the room, I don't want to disrupt things, start moving things around. Well, I've not shown you the lampshade, so that's just a paper lampshade that they had in their old room at the old house, and I crocheted a little basket to make it into a hot air balloon. And my friend Steph gave me some beads to put on the string and eels in there and Miffy. I think that's my favourite thing in the room. It's quite random, but I saw someone had done something similar on Pinterest and I loved it. And that was Little's Halloween costume. He was an owl. Mask and wings, and they can, like, it's kind of patchworky, just stitched on, and that can be, it's got elastic so it can be changed to different sizes, so they're going to be an owl every year forever basically. Right then, that's everything. You've not met Jam Jam. I'm not sure where she is, but Mitten's sister Jam Jam is somewhere, so we'll say bye bye. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye.